This device that you're looking here has an energy saving level of Euro A+++. Viewers, welcome to the review of the Hisense 2-door side-by-side inverter 620-litre fridge. Let's find out the good points of this fridge. Good point number 1. Within this fridge is an intelligent sensor that is so smart that will tell the inverter compressor to slow down once it reaches optimal temperature within this fridge itself. So once it detects that the fridge is cool enough, it will slow down the compressor instead of hard cut and on again. That's why it will save a lot of money in electricity bill. Good point number 2, MultiAir Flow. That's the cool thing about this fridge. To understand what MultiAir Flow is, you need to understand the old fridge that I have in my house. You need to strategically figure out which part of the fridge is the coldest. In that annoying fridge, that's where the cold air comes out, from the top part of the fridge. So you need to use it for years before you figure out that if I put my beverage at the top of the fridge, it becomes cold. Not with this fridge. You can put it anywhere from top to bottom because of the multi-air flow. You get an even cooling capacity and optimal level for anywhere you put the fridge. That's really cool. You can just stick your drinks anywhere and it'll always be cold. You know what I do with my fridge in the house? Not only that, you got to hack it. You got to take cold towel, you got to wet the cold towel and then wrap it around your drink and then stick it so near the vent. Man, this is not fun at all. So we don't have to do this with this fridge, right? You can stick it down there. What if you put it behind the fridge? You know what, I just realized that this fridge is anti-long-winded. If I talk too long on a good point or bad point, that goes off and then he's gonna tell me that, hey, you're talking too long. Energy saving. Freezer burn is a phenomenon when you put your fridge into a fridge that is too cold and your food will just frozen and kind of like get frostbitten. So what happens when you remove it from the fridge? You need to thaw it for so long, and even that, your food is dead. This doesn't happen with this fridge. It will never have ice build up. So you can stick your prawns, shrimp or fish in there, and if you remove it, you can just almost get ready to cook it. You don't have to thaw it forever. I still remember I have to thaw my burger patty for like 3 hours. And when I figured out it's thawed, my cat stole it. A good point! Fast freeze on this fridge, which means that you take your food, you put into the freezer, and in less than 4 to 5 hours, you're gonna achieve negative 25 degrees Celsius. That's really quick. That means that this is what I always like to do. I'll always like to go for a run. And then I always forget to put a cold beverage into the freezer or the fridge. And because I normally run for half an hour, which means that now I can stick this in, call my wife, hey, can you help me to put a drink in there? And then in half an hour when I come back, I'm gonna get really cold drink. That's how cool this is. I just told my wife to help me to put a drink in the freezer so that it cools faster. She said, you go do it yourself, because she knows I will always forget to take out that drink and will explode in the fridge. That's how you buy a new fridge, Jamil. Soft LED lighting is really important if all of you have a bad habit like me. You like to almost go to bed and then you decide that, hey, I'm gonna run down and get myself a stick of ice cream. And then you creep down, the whole house is almost dark, and then you open the fridge and then you blind yourself. So you will not get this problem with this fridge, and it's really important because if you blind yourself, when you close back that fridge, you see nothing when you walk back, and you're gonna step onto your dog and hurt the dog and hurt yourself. And then your wife say, oi, what are you doing downstairs? And hurt her feelings. I just don't understand why you guys need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hot LED lights. You guys got to use a fridge to light me up sometimes. This is an important good point. Let me tell you what happened to me. During the quarantine, my wife claimed that I forget to close the fridge door. And she came to the kitchen in the morning and the fridge door was left open. She blamed me because she said you had a bad habit of going to the fridge at night to take your ice cream. I swear to God, I closed the fridge. This problem will not happen with this fridge because if you leave the door open in any way, the 15 degrees angle, it will close itself. So good point is, your wife will not be able to blame you. You must be thinking, why is it important not to leave your fridge door open? Let me tell you, the story is that fridge was spoiled because we left it open for more than 12 hours, and you need to do a lot of stuff. You need to remove all the fruit, throw them away, leave the fridge off for like 6 hours before you can turn that on again. So having a fridge that closes the door on its own is magical. So the next good point, in any case, if you were to be framed and left the door open, the alarm will sound. So that's what I suspect, that I did not leave the door open. The dog did. And if that happens, and I have a Hisense fridge, the door will beep for like what, 10 seconds, 10 minutes? So no one can actually frame you. The alarm will go off. And here's the good point of this fridge. You really need to be good in spoiling things because you have 3 years on all parts warranty and 12 years on the compressor. So you need to work hard to spoil it, if you want to spoil it. Don't.